Hello, thank you for coming to Compass Starlight. This is going to be a reading for the next few days, a general reading, an energy reading. This is the Mantegna Tarot. This is a deck of archetype cards. I also have the Divine Feather Messenger, our Oracle deck, and what else? The Light Seers Tarot. The Light Seers Tarot for a tarot deck. So right off the bat here, we have the High Priest, card number 10. We have several others that just flipped. So what do we have? Misery, card number 1. 10 and 1. The Duke, number 7. Poetry, number 27. Justice, number 37. And let's get an oracle to go with this reading today. Hope you all have been doing well. Building a plan towards prosperity this year 2025. Can we get one oracle card, please, for the viewers today for this week? I see hawk. Eagle. And from the Light Seers Tarot. Let's get some cards here. And then what we're going to get. The High Priest, though, I will get to the Archetypes. But here, there is a blue ribbon of protection. There is a crown indicating the connection to the spirit world and source. And the High Priest holds the key to the Book of Wisdom, the Book of Knowledge. The Wretch here, Misery, card number 1, is a card that has the protagonist is nude, vulnerable, with 2 dogs at its feet. That's something to say about fidelity, and the trees surrounding the protagonist are bare, which suggests, as well as vulnerability, a feeling of lack. Then we have the Duke, card number 7, which is the protagonist. It's a lot of cards, cloaked in brown and green, suggesting a connection to the earthly realm and being grounded. We have Poetry, card number 27, in which the protagonist is balanced in emotion as well as being grounded, pouring emotions into the pool with a sphere here. A sphere of the cosmos. Actually, it's a sphere that has an indication of the earth as well as the cosmos, how we interact on the earthly plane. And then we have Justice, a card of balance and truth. Justice wields the sword of truth. And there also seems to be a crane, a bird at her feet. And we have the Eagle. You are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. We have the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Moon, Death, Rebirth, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the King of Swords. Interesting. So the High Priest, card number 10, is the archetype for spirituality. Think beyond the everyday. This is to connect, be quiet, and connect with yourself, to go within, and to try to attempt to see how Spirit is attempting to connect with you. Which words do I want to use? Misery, card number 1. This is the archetype for dignity. Remain dignified, even in adversity. So even when you're feeling vulnerable, to maintain your balance, to maintain a level head. The Duke, card number 7. This is the archetype for generosity. Sooner or later, generosity is repaid. And then we have poetry, card number 27. This is the archetype for purification. Reveal emotions in private. Justice, card number 37, is the archetype for balance. Weigh each opinion before expressing it. These cards, in association with what I see here from the Light Seers Tarot, show me that you may be having some new information come in. Someone approaching you with information, an opportunity, a truth, something to be revealed. And we're being asked to remain balanced and to go within. So to listen to this truth or whatever opportunity is being offered without making abrupt judgments. And if we hear something we don't quite like, to remain dignified as this truth is revealed. I could see it being emotional. Remain dignified even in adversity. So you may hear something that makes you feel uncomfortable, and instead of having a snap reaction, you're being asked to observe and respond. Sooner or later, generosity is repaid. This may be a time when you will be receiving generosity for energy and effort you have put out, you have given, and now is the time to receive. Or maybe it's your time to give. This is where you would know best in your life. Is something due to you? Or do you owe something to someone or something? Do you owe investment into an employer or what kind of relationship do you owe your investment? Do you owe an investment? It could be to an employer, a relationship with an employer, it could be with a family member, it could be with a lover, or vice versa. This is about investment and where there may be a debt of sorts. And here, with poetry, we've had an opportunity to consider what may be owed to us or what we may owe to others. And it comes with some introspection and truth, or facing the truth with introspection. So when this says reveal emotions in private, this is really going deep within to explore that which motivates you to make the decisions and interact in relationships in ways that you have. What motivates your behaviors? Is there something that needs to be adapted? And if you need to give back, it may have been difficult coming to that truth. With justice, again, to have some reserve. You want to consider your opinions before expressing them. You don't want to react as this card of misery suggests. Be dignified. Okay, so let's take a look at the eagle. You are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. The eagle is a mystical symbol of the sun and sky, a messenger of spiritual knowledge. Eagle is also held as a representation of higher authority, heroic nobility, and power. Many cultures honor eagle feathers as sacred ceremonial tools. Air is the main element of eagle, representing the realm of higher mind and inspiration. Eagles possess incredibly keen vision and are among the longest living birds, some living up to 25 years. As you begin to soar with eagle, you are able to reach new levels of spiritual understanding, knowledge, and connection. The eagle feather indicates that a great spiritual awakening is happening, or that it is just on the horizon. The power and grace of eagle is a steady reminder that this call demands personal responsibility. As you begin to raise your vibration and perspective, it is important to notice what you see from this higher place. Use this vantage point to bring new visioning into your life. Hold on as Eagle takes you to your highest point yet. Know that the divine energy of Great Spirit watches over Eagle as well as you. The energies associated with this card are power, perception, spiritual insight, and knowledge. It's associated with the season of summer, the elements of fire and air, the colors white, black, brown, and yellow. And the affirmation says, I am awakening now to my power, knowledge, and vision. Now, as we take a look at the tarot cards here from the Light Seers Tarot, the Knight of Cups, a messenger, a message of love and offer, something that could be fulfilling emotionally, something that could support your emotional journey. The Page of Wands is this high energy, high frequency, fire energy of enthusiasm to go after a new beginning. Page bringing in some new information. So with both of these here, I see information coming in, something that will get you excited and make you feel passionate, something that could be emotionally fulfilling. What is it? Well, with the moon, we don't really know. It's something hidden. So we have an opportunity to follow our intuition, to go within and trust that this will come in its time, and it may, like in divine timing, and it may require going through some kind of death and rebirth process, figuratively, right? To go within and put an end to certain habits, expectations, certain patterns. Sometimes it even requires us to go within and assess relationships and put an end to overgiving, for example. And sometimes that means parting with certain individuals so that we can begin anew in a stronger energy within. With the Knight of Pentacles here, here is another knight bringing in stability, the promise of a brighter future. Again, an offer, a message of strength and stability. It comes slowly, step by step, and this is an indication of future investment. It can be agonizing, the speed at which this message comes in here, because the Pentacle suit and those associated with the earth signs are very slow and methodical and considerate of each step that they take. So this is going to be a slow process into rebirth, into something new, into whatever this offer is. And if somebody is bringing this offer to you, you're going to see a very slow progression of investment. You're going to see it grow, however. These pentacles are also associated with seeds. So you plant a seed and you have the patience to watch it grow. Now the Ten of Wands here is typically a card of being overburdened. Here in this particular deck, it's an indication of walking away with all your baggage. But ideally, we need to reduce the baggage. We need to heal. And these cards, the High Priest and the Eagle, both suggest going within to a spiritual center and doing the work to minimize whatever kind of baggage we may have, to put down that burden of experiences of the past so that we can be open-hearted and move into the future. So here we have the Ace of Cups. This is an opportunity being offered to us by the universe. Again, it being a suit of cups, it suggests something emotionally fulfilling and rewarding. And with the King of Swords here, it could be connected to a King of Swords. This is a card associated with air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. However, it is typically a card indicating a sound judgment in truth, wisdom, perspective. So this king sits atop a mountain. He has the sword of truth here. He does not have it raised in any kind of anger, like he's ready to wield it in a sense of defense. but he has it. He's always prepared to share this truth if need be. And the animals around here, so he's in the mountains and has quite the vista, right? A view, a perspective high up, connected again to these two cards, the High Priest and the Eagle, right? Reaching for new heights. But all of these animals here depicted in this card typically hold some sense of vision and wisdom and intelligence. So the owl is known as a symbol of wisdom. The crow, perhaps that's a raven, but they are very intelligent creatures. We have the dragonfly here. Oh, you know what? It's funny. I always thought that this raven or crow appeared to be sitting on like a telephone pole because of the lines that go through, but it's actually the other sword in his pack. He's doubly armed with wisdom and truth. So the dragonfly here is a symbol of high energy, high frequency, transformational energy. And the bat is another one that is quick with communication and is able to navigate in the dark. So this suggests that the King of Swords is not blind to the world around him, either the emotions, the intellect, the information. I don't know, I keep getting distracted, I'm sorry. He's not blind to the world around him, what he sees, what he hears. Sure, like anyone, he could be gullible and fall for false information, but the King of Swords generally has the wisdom to see through false information. He's not blind. He is able to navigate the different information that is presented to him. Again, whether it be emotional, whether it be related to the 3D, whether it be financial and so forth, he is able to see clearly his way and navigate through the information. And that's part of what gives him his high standing. He can then make decisions from that vantage point. So what do we have here with this tarot message? It looks like some opportunity is going to be presented to you, but it requires some kind of change. It may be a change in your own perspective. You could be embodying the energy of the King of Swords, in which case you would have this death and rebirth within, the processing and changing your perspective, trusting in the slow journey, watching these seeds grow, which will allow you to put down some burdens and open your heart. I don't want this message to get too long today, so I will see. Let me get a couple cards on from the Visconti Tarot for confirmation, clarity, etc. Hi. I have a little munchkin kitty in the corner. Oh my gosh, he almost died. I don't know if I ever said that in any of the videos. I had to take him about a month ago to the pet vet ER. He's doing much better though. Alright, so the first card that flipped out from the Visconti Tarot is the Ten of Cups. That is complete emotional fulfillment and abundance. It's a very promising card. So this is to say, don't let, this is a message that's been coming up a lot lately, don't let experiences of the past taint the opportunities of the present. Because the past is a different story. We have the Knight of Cups. You have to be willing to open your heart in order to receive love. We have the Nine of Swords. So let's see. The Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Swords. That is a card of being all caught up in your head. Sleepless nights. Do I, don't I? What if? And so on and so forth. Oh my gosh, we have the Tower here. The Tower is abrupt change. It could be associated with this death and rebirth card. This is the rocking of a foundation. This is to say that beliefs that you have held onto tightly are being challenged, and you're going to have to change your perspective. You're going to have to change the foundation in order to build something stronger and new. So be prepared to have a big shift in your life this week. and we'll see what happens. I mean, if you have some kind of shift that's going to happen in your life, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. This is too many cards, I believe. I'm looking for one more. This is like 6 cards here, so I'm not taking those. If any of them are meant to come out, they will. Again, but I'm just looking for one more card, I think. The 8 of Swords. Okay, so it's like a de-escalation vibe, a little bit. Yeah, it's funny. I think last reading there was the 8 of Swords, and I had sort of interpreted it a little bit like the 8 of Wands, and it's funny. Sometimes I do that, and I just feel like that's the way it comes to me, and that's how it's meant to be. But if you are like a diehard reader, card by card, you might notice those kinds of changes, interpretations. So the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, it is a reduction, but we still have very much hope, love, abundance, emotional fulfillment here before us. The 9 of Swords, sleepless nights, worry, stress, perhaps being overburdened. The Tower, and then the 8 of Swords. So what does it say? You gotta get out of your head. Don't overthink things. So if an opportunity comes to you this week, don't overthink it. Don't react to it. Consider your opinions. Consider your emotions in private. Go within and really try to connect with Spirit to decide how you can transform your beliefs about the situation so that you can understand and receive information from the divine about what is the best way to proceed on the path forward regarding this new information or offer that comes in. There is going to be a sense of transformation. Maybe it means that we have to change something, change a perspective, or just change the way that we look at certain things, change our outlook. Maybe we think that something's not going to be good for us, but it could be great. So let's see what kind of opportunity this is for us this week. Thank you so much for coming to Compass Starlight. However it unfolds, I hope you have a wonderful week.